Hello guys, how are you doing? Today's a very beautiful day. The sun's out. I woke up early. I managed to get a good session. I managed to work out, um, have a good session in the gym, and yeah, I'm feeling good, man. You see that? Feeling good. Muscles are getting big. You get me? Big man, big man, big man. Muscle man coming soon to a city near you. Yeah, so today is my first official topic, and I'm going to be discussing my sobriety journey, what's led to me to go on this journey of sobriety, and yeah, and I hope you can relate, and maybe some of the things I share will impact your life, and hopefully you'll join in for the journey as well. I mean, I don't see any negatives in being sober. I think I only see positives as far as I'm concerned. But everyone's different. Everyone's journey is different. So, yeah, let's get into it. So I started drinking when I was, I think, 12 years old. I think, yeah, drinking in school. And I kept on drinking. I started drinking because it was the cool thing to do. At that age, it was cool to be drinking. The chicks loved it. The older guys respected it. That this little youth is doing some big man things. You get me? So yeah, it got me a lot of notoriety with the ladies, and it's never a bad thing, depending who you are. But I started drinking, and I think I stopped drinking. I decided to stop drinking 3 years before I think all the pillars in my life collapsed and the roof caved in. Happened. I had stopped drinking for 3 years. I stopped drinking and smoking. Um, so I was sober. I didn't go out. I didn't party. In fact, I think at that point, my relationships with friends as well changed because I wasn't hanging around people that drank. So like on Saturday afternoon, I'd go to my friend's workshop. I'd be hanging out there while he's fixing cars. That would be drinking, but I didn't feel any pressure to drink, so it didn't affect me. Um, I'd hang out with my friend in town. We'd go to like Kips, get lunch or whatever, and chill out. I had a girlfriend at the time, so I'd also hang out with her, watch some movies, Netflix and things. You get me? So the roof fell in on me. So when I say the roof, the pillars were my parents' financial situation was screwed. My parents separated. My 9-year relationship with, at the time, my ex-girlfriend ended, and yeah, we lost property and house, so we had to find a place to stay with relatives and things like that. So basically, when this happened, it didn't all happen in a day, but it happened at the same kind of time, one after the other. And I didn't have the emotional tools to handle that, or nor did I have the right people to help me navigate that. It also wasn't something I was trying to share with everyone because it was quite embarrassing. But later on, at that point, I started drinking, and I think I was avoiding thinking about things or dealing with what's happening in my life in a positive manner. So I started drinking, and yeah, and after, like, I think I accepted what had happened, and I started to realize I want to stop drinking. And anyone close to me will tell you that I've said it many times. I've stopped drinking. I've stopped drinking. I want to stop. I want to stop. But unfortunately, I think I put myself in bad space for that socially, because all my friends were drinkers at this point. All the close people that I knew, all people that drink, and I guess that's a lifestyle that I made a commitment to. So it was quite being difficult to stop. And yeah, here I am today. I can definitely say that I've cut down a lot, but also I'm very aware of some of the triggers that I have that make me want to drink, and places, spaces, and people that would put me in a compromising position to drink. So I'll start off with like some of the things that made me not want to drink. I think personally, my spirit kept speaking to me and like letting me know that this isn't what space that I'm happy with. Um, like I'd wake up on Sunday and ask myself, why did I drink? Why did I do that? Why did I go there? Why did I spend so much money? And but I never listened to it. I thought it was just a hangover. I have a friend who told me that alcohol's a depressant, and that's what happens. You feel shit after you drink, and that's why people keep they drink the next day because they don't want to feel the depression, so they keep drinking to avoid it. This is my experience, of course. I have to say this, that everyone is different and everyone reacts to alcohol differently, but it's a scientific fact that alcohol is bad for you and is poisonous. So you can debate about the feelings and all of that other stuff, but it's a fact. You know what I mean? It doesn't even taste nice, to be honest. But anyway, so like some of the things that yeah, so like my finances also were terrible because I would spend a lot of my money on alcohol and going out and being part of the nightlife and being identified as a guy that goes out, um, you know, apart from my finances, I think also my productivity and my motivation um, was being affected by alcohol. Like I wake up and I don't know. I know I need to get from A to B, but I don't know how to get there. And but before I drank, I knew how I was gonna do it. But I wake up and I'm just dazzled. I don't know how to go about things. I don't know where to start, and like my confidence levels are pretty low. So learning learning that about myself also, like obviously I don't want to be unproductive. I want more out of this life, and alcohol obviously isn't helping me get there. So that's one reason. Also trouble. I tend to get in a lot of trouble when I'm under the influence. When I'm sober, I'm a different guy. When I'm drinking, I could be your best friend. I could charm your socks off, or I could be out there rubbing you the wrong way, saying the wrong things. And obviously, my personality, not a lot of people are able to counter that, and I could just be rude and just misbehave. And, apart from that, like I found myself, the standard of women that I'd be involved with under the influence is terrible. It's not, well, not terrible, let me not say terrible, but not up to my sober standard. And my sober standard is very high. It's a 9 out of 10 in London, not in Malawi. We don't do Malawi standards over here. It's a 9. You need to be turning heads in London, not here. You understand? So anyways, but yeah, like I'll get in trouble and put myself in situations I shouldn't really be putting myself in, and maybe relationships would there'll be a little bit of tension with certain relationships that I have. Also, like I noticed there'll be a lot of fake love. A lot of the relationships I have had are what they call bottle relationships. If you remove the bottle from the relationship, you don't interact a lot. So if I don't go to the bar, I'm not really going to speak to this person. If there's no alcohol involved, we're not really going to have much to talk about or want to see much of each other. So I think you get this phenomenon in like people that do drugs like crack and heroin and meth and coke and things like that. If you take away the substance, the people don't really hang out. I do know a friend of mine who's in the States now who told me he had a girlfriend and they drank every day for like 8 months, and he realized this can't be life. If they don't drink, they don't get along. So he broke up with her. So I think there are also relationships that are based on alcohol and going out and this and that. Um, yeah, so with the fake love, also meant that the relationships aren't meaningful. They don't feed into me. They um, they don't feed into me, which means if you're not feeding into me, you're taking from me, and definitely not good for productivity and trying to be the best person you can be in life. Yeah, and also when I look back, I've spent more time and money at the bar than anywhere else in my life, and that's shit. That is rubbish. It, at a certain point, I felt it was cool to be at certain places and to be well known at these bars and, drink with so and so, the who's and the who have yous and stuff like that. And when I look at it now, it's really rubbish. Like, I don't care who's there. I don't care what the bar's like. I don't care um, what you what people think of basically whether you go there or not. There's certain places where I go where I get fed better conversation and better better conversations and more empowering conversations than at some of the most popular bars in town. So it's something that I realize I don't enjoy, and I just feel frustrated. I feel frustrated, and I think frustration is a sign, and that's why I decided to stop drinking. In that, I have to say that I've done 30 days sober, which ended on my birthday. I drank on my birthday, but it's been a struggle in the sense that I'm in a transition. So, if you want to stop drinking, you shouldn't be around people that drink. Some people are strong enough to be around people who drink. They have willpower that's made of iron. Mine isn't. So, staying away from people that I've known for so long is quite difficult at this point. So, but I do. There is a distance that's kept, and we see each other less frequently, or less in situations where alcohol can be put up or drank. So, yeah, I am again not perfect. I am improving. I am not looking for perfection. I am progressing. So I drink less frequently, and I'm more in control of the triggers that would cause me to drink. So if any of you have had these feelings and you know didn't know what it was or what to do about it, I guess your spirit is telling you to stop drinking and to focus on life. The other thing that helps me with that I'm not drinking now is that I started painting recently, but also the time that I haven't been drinking, so like on my Friday nights or my Saturday nights, I spend that time working on myself, so asking myself deep questions about why I behave a certain way, why there have been patterns and cycles in my life and where they come from and my reactions and this and that. And yeah, so like deep work. I actually have notepads and pens and I'm writing things down. I'm watching videos on YouTube like this, and trying to get down to the bottom of who I am and trying to be in a good space and do things that I enjoy. So right now, drawing, painting is where my heart is, and I enjoy being there, being around that, being creative. And then I also enjoy, it's a bit hard, but I enjoy discovering myself. And this is what's led to this video and this channel. And for some of you, there might be hobbies that you were good at, and alcohol has kind of like taken that away, being part of the cool crew. But, yeah, it's like for me as well, like I don't like to identify with, at the moment, I don't want to be identified with being a drinker or being a guy that goes out at the bar, goes clubbing. I think is played out. Personally, I think it's played out. I think I should be asking more from myself, demanding a lot more from myself and life and every relationship I have. So definitely not going to be very active on in that scene. And yeah, man. I mean, I've got to get out more. I need to get more out of this life, you know. And I also found like the conversations you have when you're drinking are usually the same, especially if you're like in a colored crowd with the uncles and aunties. It's always just gossip. They're gossiping about so and so. Did you hear? Did you hear? Hey, have you heard? Have you heard? Hey, did you hear that Uncle so and so bought this car and this and that? And it's not empowering. It's not changing lives. And I think not to be like judgmental, but I think that's why there's a vicious circle of unproductivity in certain circles, and because no one's pushing anyone further, no one's trying to improve anyone or speak life into anyone's life. It's just talk about this, talk about that, and shallow conversations with no meaning, you know. So yeah, that's a bit about why I have gone on this sobriety journey, and I hope to do a year very soon. But like I said, I'm not perfect. I keep pushing for progression, and you know, also what I have discovered is clarity. I'm very focused, and there's a lot of clarity and confidence in who I am and who I'm trying to be without alcohol. So, you know, like it's like in super HD right now. Like when I think about my plans, what I'm trying to do, I'm very confident. I'm very thought out, and like I'm not also engaging in like frivolous conversations. You know what I mean? Like I'm not on my phone just WhatsApping people, trying to live for the weekend and trying to find out when the next gig is, when the next drink up is. I'm just trying to live life and find more fulfillment out of life, you know, and be a better person. So yeah, man, that's my story. I hope you like it. Please subscribe, like, share, and hopefully I get more videos out, and yeah, the quality gets better and all of that. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good week. Bye.